Hello and good evening, everyone. Before we begin, I would like to give a huge shout out to my active patron members. A big thank you to Scarlet, Erkend, Weevil Nor, Cactus Jack, Niaki, Stephen Rue, Strifes, Albedo Jen, Kalira Star, Jane the Zinni, Ironia, Ciara Gillen, Lexandor Devunt, Azalea, Nodentur, Envious Nova, Hashtag, Indigoblin, Rachel C, Makoto, Spam Juniper Turn, Aelin, Lavish Hair, Azura Akamor, Nobody at All, Agaltha, Ragecat 888, Amy Wires, The Octa Hat, Evelyn, Puppy, Rosebout, Fish Salad, Sarha Smith, Valkyr Tunnel, Galahad, Salgor Agaris, Marissa Kersidasame, Benifer the Potato, Genetic Zero, ZT Mackin, Queen of all Dread Boys, Void Dweller, Teethfear 5, Elster's Shiny Things, Jessica, Amy Olders, Lost in Wonderland, Chloe, Beer the Space Witch, Ellipses, CM Fireflies, Some Guy, Ghost 48, Joanna, Indigo, Aelin, Kai, DGSDGA, Eden, Mick Shepherd, Captain Aardvark 986, Lily Adams, Hazel, Alice, Chulik 92, DFA Plays, Emma Bedlam, also known as Robot Waifu, and Bloodmoth. Thank you so very much for all of your support. It truly means the universe to me. If you too wish to become an active patron member, click the link in the description down below to visit my Patreon page. And now, with that out of the way... Hello! I'm back! That just put me in mind of the Independence Day scene in which this guy blows up an alien cruiser. Hello, girls! I'm back! Welcome, Kendrick, Chloe, Nathan, Ray, Bai, Corvus. Welcome back, Demon Mystery Kid. Hello, welcome back, Cinder. Hello, hello. Bai says, hey Cutiefox, I still can't believe I moved back to North Carolina, lol. Who knows, maybe I'll pass by North Carolina again to and from Pennsylvania if I ever go back. Cinder says, also for anyone who saw the 2 posters in the Discord server I was debating on getting, I decided to get the Celeste poster. Nice! Emma says, I was getting that thing where I spiral and feel like nobody actually likes me and just pretends to be polite, but Mistress helped me out. I'm glad that I was able to help you out, dear. I have actually been going through a similar spiral as well. It's something that I mostly keep to myself, but I do actually struggle with a lot of self-esteem issues. But right now, I am feeling fit as a fiddle. I've got a sugary drink and some snacks on standby to help, hopefully, have a nice, relaxing stream. MSS Ack, I forgot to update my Patreon name too. Still don't know which of the 2 I want to use. Ray says, I'm sorry you've been going through it, Emma. I get those too sometimes, they're awful. I'm glad Nico is able to help you. Demon says, I see the live thing. I dropped what I was doing to be able to hear it. Sweets are incredibly good. I also like snacks, especially like savory snacks. Give me a savory snack and I'll be incredibly happy. I've not eaten too terribly much today, actually. I should probably grab something really quickly and munch on it. And let me just... I'm back. Hello. Magic disappearing Foxo. Yeah, I can reappear here and there as needed. Also, how does my microphone setup sound right now? Is it still good? Is the left-hand one sounding any different? Is it good still? It got unmoored from my desk and came crashing to the floor the other day, and I have been incredibly paranoid that I broke it. Corvus says, vanish to go consume and fend off the eternal hunger. Ray says, OMG, help the timing the minute you came back and ad came on. Oh, I'm sorry. Welcome back, Sage. Yeah, most likely the ads are popping on. I don't know if the stream is monetized at all. Let me look at the stream settings. Why did I adopt a bit of a accent? It's beyond me. Yeah, there's monetization. There is going to be ads on, unfortunately. It's how I keep my dough. It's how I keep getting money coming in so that I can get treats. YouTube takes its cut, like always. Kid says, I have coffee. Coffee's great. I tend to dose my coffee with a little bit of chocolate syrup. The poor girl's mocha. Little bit of vanilla, a creamer, a little bit of chocolate, and it's nice. Thank you so very much, Chloe. Ray says, all good. I figured it was for the extra support, yeah. And there's also the super chats, just in case you had a couple extra bucks you wanted to toss my way. Though it isn't a requirement. It's kind of like the Patreon, in a lot of ways. You don't have to support me on Patreon. It's just very greatly appreciated. Puts nosh in me gob. Gorvis says, I sure hope the ads are at least monetized so you get a little ad revenue instead of it all just going to the YouTubes. Yep, it is monetized, although I've been increasingly paranoid that my monetization will come under threat. I mostly earn from my Patreon rather than the YouTube, but the YouTube cash is very, very flexible, and there are times where I get a really, really decent windfall. That one time where people donated like $500 in one stream, which, I mean, that was insane. Absolutely insane, and thank you so very much for making that happen. But also, that put some serious food on the table that made it equal to the Patreon payout. I'll forever be grateful for that, honest. That was a really, really magical month. I hope that we get better months, too, for the channel. Mainly just worried for the future. Worried that the growth will slow, that YouTube will wreak its vengeance upon me in one form or another. Oh, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, dear. I appreciate it. Ray says, my coffee has 3 tablespoons of sugar, a lot of creamer, whipped cream, and ice cubes. I like desserts a normal amount. Mystery Kid says, if Mistress had a plush, how fast do you think it'll go away due to being sold out? Also, hello, Silas. Wait a second. Silas Hellebrand. Are you the Silas that I once saw in person? So long ago now? Hi! Oh my gosh! Okay, so a little bit of backstory. Silas Hellebrand here actually is a friend who I once hung out with a fair bit when I was still living in Cali. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. How are you? How's everything? It has been far too long. Chloe says, okay, anyways, chat, I have things to do. Bye-bye, cuties. Aw. Stay safe. I am doing the very, very best that I can. Yeah, life in general is a little bit stressful, but all in all, I feel content. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Oh, Sage says if I had money, I would donate some. Please don't stress yourself. Like I said, it's pretty much just like an opt-in thing. Welcome back, Spyro. Hi. Ilu? But yeah, lots have changed. Ray says smells so sweetly, it'll be a matter of when, not if. Mystery Kid says, but we want to spoil you. And you do. You spoil a lot of my appetite for conversation, to yap and do what I do. Honestly, it's far more than I could have ever asked, and thank you. Mystery Kid says pets and hugs, get them here. For all those who want them, yes, hugs and cuddles and head pats are definitely very, very liberally distributed. Here I am just grinning off on the sidelines, a surprise reunion with a friend. Camilla says, what about positive affirmations and pet pictures? Well, positive affirmations, but no pet pictures. I personally do not have a pet at the apartment because, well, pet tax. That and I just am not really a great pet owner when it concerns non-humans. In other sorts of territory, it gets a little bit, complicated. Sparrow says, I noticed something. I have started to call plushies floofs. Even in my native language, I call them floofs because of the game I play. That's actually incredibly sweet. Cinder says, well, Cinder wants to sleep, so I guess I'll leave for a bit to get into bed. So, be back in a minute, Artemis. I see, Artemis. Sage says, now I'm crying. I'm so grateful for these streams. I could do with hugs. Indeed, hugs for all who wish for them. I am a very, huggy sort of person. Though if you catch me, like, in real life, I tend to be a little bit awkward at times. But I still really, really appreciate a good hug. Thanks, Emma. Pedal. Ray says, aw, reuniting with old friends is always lovely. It's joys like that which really make continuing all the more worthwhile. Indeed, yes. Yes. Mystery Kid goes, not again. The AoE. It's incredibly interesting. I respond to being called mistress as if it were my name. Like, if I ever wander into, like, a BDSM situation where there's, like, a lot of master and mistress being thrown about, the second someone says mistress, I will just turn my head to look at them. Because I think they're talking to me. Ray says, I mean, it is a title for you, no? It is, it is. One that I happily wear. One that I happily wear, one that I happily bear. Camilla says, I wish I had time for a hot bath. Honestly, a nice shower definitely sounds really, really lovely too. And I just got some fresh laundry done, so I will have fresh clothes and just pop out and be nice and fresh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having a shower later. Ray says bear, but aren't you a fox? Mystery Kid says, well, I think in the Discord there is 4 people that call you mistress. Roundabouts, I believe. Some news, I do have a list of scripts that are all finished that I am planning on putting out into the world. I am planning on probably finally recording and releasing The Queen in Yellow, which I first wrote 3 years ago. It's actually been nearly 3 years ago to the day. I released it, well, not released it, I finished it October 15th, 2023. Artemis says Aya's returned and Cinder is trying to sleep so she ain't coming back until tomorrow. All good. I hope she rests well. Gorfus says, oh, wonderful. Showering and wearing newly washed clothes is always wonderful. Always is. Emma says, Queen in Yellow time? Oh, snap. Ray says, ooh, the Queen in Yellow will certainly be a treat. Gorfus says, wait, what? The Queen in Yellow? I've never heard of this. I love this. Okay, so the general premise behind the Queen in Yellow script is that there is a particular DVD that the listener got a hold of. It was in some sort of pawn shop, and it's like an SCP type thing, like a page out of, I think, the King in Yellow's book. Gosh, what was happening to me there for a sec? It's hard for me to get that thought out there. But yeah, Listener comes across this DVD, and it is essentially contains a fictional romantic story where it is completely well written, and the love story is very compelling, and at the very end, the 2 characters within break up. Ray says, isn't the King of Yellow connected to Hasthor? Or am I misremembering? I think that they are one and the same, yes. But yeah, after they watch this movie, this compelling love story where the 2 characters just break up at the very, very end of it all, the listener kind of goes a little bit crazy. Yandere. It is a reverse yandere story. Because it's an established relationship between the listener and the speaker. And the listener is normally quiet, a little bit reserved, but is otherwise a really, really sweet partner up until she watches that film. Speaker does a little bit of research into the movie's existence and discovers that it is an urban legend that they had just gotten done watching. All the while, the listener is plummeting further and further into insanity. Eventually, she gets paranoid fantasies that other people, like the neighbors, are conspiring to take the speaker away. And so she pulls a knife on the speaker, she pulls a knife on her neighbors, commits acts of murder, and is generally a little bit unrecognizable as the person the speaker fell for originally, and has just become a little bit of a psycho killer. Cinder says, I think we need our Lord to save us then. If you know, you know. I know. I know. Mystery Kid says Miss Fox equals mistress. Because I gave up on trying to say Miss Fox because mistress is much easier to say. Dr. Brain says the movie that drives you mad. Indeed, I wrote it 3 years ago, and it was basically supposed to be a companion piece to a different one that was a yandere script, where instead of the listener going yandere, it was the speaker instead. Emma says, strange is the night where black stars rise, and strange moons circle through the skies, but stranger still is lost Gargosa. Mindfire says, always nice when the listener is the crazy one in fiction. Ray says, oh my god, yes, please? I need to see how you do as the speaker in this scenario. It'll be a fun subversion from the usual. Demon says, are we all good girls? To those who wish to be referred to as such, yes, you are incredibly good girls. Yeah, originally the Queen in Yellow was supposed to be recorded and posted 3 years ago, but it never was. The script has been sitting in my work in progress bin for so long. It is about 5 pages long-ish, and yeah, she gets really, really scared in this one. Glass? She put fucking glass at the end of the hall? She's psychotic. Basically breaking a bunch of glass and putting it at the end of the hall to prevent the speaker, who is barefoot at the time, from escaping. Yep. Yep, she goes really crazy. Huh, so this studio doesn't seem to exist on IMDb or any other web hosting site. Doesn't anyone know anything about where this movie came from? Oh, here we go. This should be a good lead. The Queen in Yellow is an urban legend that takes the form of a VHS tape. Movie stars seemingly different people with each rewatch, sometimes taking the form of popular actors and actresses from the current time period or people watching the film at that moment. The movie has a captivating plot with a tragic ending of some kind. Watching of the tape is extremely dangerous and could have unintended side effects. Dr. Brain says, well, the cabinets are so full, so I had to put the glassware on the floor. Oh, not just, like, on the floor. She breaks all of the glassware and puts it at the end of the hall to prevent the listeners, well, not the listeners, the speakers' escape. Oh no, this was after they had watched it, so it's already done. The damage is already done. Would you like me to do a little bit more reading of the script? Cinder says the listener turn left at the crossroads. Well, that's certainly weird, but a cursed movie? That doesn't make any sense. Some of the screenshots did look familiar. Nah, it was most likely a remaster of some kind. I doubt it's cursed. And besides, we have the disc version. Huh? Is someone there? Hun, please don't scare me like this. Hun? What are you doing in the kitchen? I thought that neither of us wanted to cook tonight. Why are you asking me that question? Of course I love you. I told you I'm not secretly planning to break up with you, nor am I cheating on you with someone else. Seriously, what's gotten into you? You're welcome? I'm not sure why you're thanking me. Your eyes. What's with that golden glint? And what are you holding behind your back? Whoa! Hey, stay back! What on earth are you doing with that kitchen knife? Stop fooling around before someone gets hurt. Right? Right. I won't move a muscle. Just please don't hurt me. Why are you doing this? Me? And the movie? What on earth are you talking about? The servant girl lost the love of her life? I mean, yeah, that's how the movie went, but what on earth does that have to do with me? With either of us? You're going to correct your mistakes. What are you talking about? Hey, back off! Don't you hear yourself? This is crazy! So, that's like an entire page out of it, but what did you think? Cinder says, okay, so I know she's not cheating nor wanting to break up, but I must know, would she still love me if I were a worm? I'll read a little bit more, just a little. She calls 911, the speaker calls 911 and tries to get her help. And she basically has given up on the idea of actually being like a partner to the listener anymore, simply because she just threatened her with a knife. And it's definitely going to come back to bite her. You have to help me, officer. It's my girlfriend. My ex-girlfriend. She's got a knife and she's trying to find me. I think that she's going to hurt me or something worse. Please, please, please help me. Hello? Hello? It's dead. Shit. She's coming. Maybe I can sneak out the door? Glass? She put fucking glass at the end of the hall? She's psychotic. I won't go too much further because that would actually require me legitimately screaming for help. And I don't want to have people knocking on my door asking if I actually need help right now. Oh, it is gonna be good. I have a feeling it'll be really good. Well, that's just one. Let me look through the other ones that are a little bit more recent rights of mine. Well, first, how about we talk about Silken Thoughts? Silken Thoughts was a Drider audio that I was planning on releasing about 2 years ago now. And, I never did, and I'm sorry. Ray says, the listener calling the speaker a liar for doubting their love for her, betraying them by trying to call the cops, becoming enraged at being called her ex. This will be fun. And yes, I also have the remakes for the Yandere AI, at least the very first one, written. And I've also got the Raptor Girl takes you as her mate, which most of the people on the server already know about. And I also have the Woodland Druid, which is a bit of part and parcel to the RPG class series. She's the one that gives a couple hints as to how the listener can free the Dark Mage. And yeah, I'm actually I really forgot how real I made Yanderes when I was writing them originally. Nowadays, I can write them to be particularly soft and not really that bloodthirsty, so writing an actually psychotic, murderous yandere was definitely, more punchy. Emma says, my brain for some reason heard Dryad at first. Dryad. 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 Why is that word so tasty to say? Dryad. Ray says more Daria than Yan, I see. I think there's interesting avenues you could take a character like that regardless. But yeah, the Drider character wasn't quite yandere, I don't think. I think she mostly was just a caring person. Araya Stock. That's the name of the Dryad, not the Dryad, the Drider character. Araya Stock. Gray says, almost said Dryard. Save big money at Dryards. And so she kind of, uses magic to weave thoughts. The literal thoughts of a person as silk. Which is, paradoxically incredibly soft. Ray says, bringing back the Scottish accent, are we? Lol. Maybe, I don't know. Ray says, the driest clothes this side of the forest. Sage says, Naiad sounds lovely too. Indeed, yes. Thought says silk. Thought yarn. I might as well recite Silken Thoughts here before I record it for real in the winter. Oh, hello there. You must have gotten tied up in my web. Hey, no, it's okay. Shh, shh, shh. Pretty girl, I'll free you from my web soon. You're completely safe. There we are. You're free to go. Oh? You look somewhat surprised. You were expecting me to keep you tied up. Is that something that you would like for me to do? If it is, I can certainly try my hand at it. You were just scared because you were stuck in an unfamiliar place, weren't you? But now that you have the agency to come and go as you please, perhaps you'd like to have some tea with me. Here, would you like for me to weave you a seat? This should take but a moment. I believe that you would look absolutely ravishing in a silken gown. What do you think, dear? Would you also like a gown made of arachne silk? You seem hesitant. The offer will be on the table if you choose to accept it, but you need not if you're not comfortable. And there's your seat done. Please, won't you take it? Is it comfortable? I am glad for it. Now you must tell me, how did you end up in my web? You don't know how? Well, that makes the both of us. You're handling things well, despite your situation. I must commend you. It takes some serious skill to face a situation like this and remain as calm as you are. If I may, I would like to come closer and offer a comforting hand. Here. It's here if you wish to take it. Thank you so very much, my dear. I am Ariashtok. You may call me Ari. It is wonderful to make your acquaintance, dear human. Dear me, are you cold? Oh, my dear. Please give me a moment. No, it's no trouble. Please. Oh, what am I doing? I'm weaving you a gown. Something that you can wear that will keep you warm. Don't worry. I have a bit of skill with silk weaving. I will have your gown ready in just a few. Would you mind if I measured you a little? Oh, thank you so very much. Thank you, dear. It should take a little longer yet. Here we are. Please put your arms up over your head, straight up. Thank you. Ah, wonderful. It looks absolutely darling on you, as I'd hoped it would be. But tell me, is it warm? I am glad. If I may say so, I'm very glad that you wandered into my web of all places. There's no telling what would have happened if you wandered into another web out there. There are a few caves and forest-dwelling giant spiders in Arachne that aren't as friendly as I am. Some actually have a fondness for human meat, I'm told. I'm not one, of course. I would rather just have pigs, deer, and elk. Though, you might have heard some stories about me anyways, some of which might be true, depending on the ones you've heard. For example, have you heard the tale of an Arachne witch who lives in a cold, remote cave who bewitches those who stray too far? She keeps them for a few weeks and then sends them on their way. Typically, adventurers who tell that particular tale make sure to put in a few details of stolen magical artifacts, armor, and the like. But those rumors are false. I only remove damaged armor from adventurers, and the magical artifacts I've encountered were all cursed. I was simply trying to protect them from what they had accidentally uncovered. Being flattened by llamas isn't a fun pastime. I should know. Took me weeks of pushing to get the llama fur out of my fluff. Ugh. Oh, as for the bewitching. Look, it's a talent of mine to mesmerize people. I don't mean to frighten you. I won't do anything to you without your explicit consent. Would you like to know what I do? Well, I offer anxious humans some respite for a while in my cave, and if they'd like, I weave their thoughts. You look confused. It's okay. It's a rather strange turn of phrase, isn't it? You wouldn't typically think of thoughts as things to be woven, but I can. It's my talent too. What I would do is, after talking for a while, as we have been, I would ask them if they'd like to let me handle their thoughts, their thinking for a while. If they say yes, I would put my hand on the top of their head and pull. Out comes a thread similar to my own spider's silk, but instead of silk, it's your thoughts made manifest. I take them and I spin them into a ball of thought yarn. From there, I can take as many or as few thoughts as you'd like. I take them and I weave something like a glove or a scarf or a little beanie hat. Thought yarn is versatile and soft, almost as soft as cotton. I would pull and weave and pull, and as I pull, you'd feel soft and light and relaxed. It's not a painful thing. I wouldn't engage with it if it were in any way painful. It just makes you feel relaxed and soft and light. It feels like daydreaming, I've been told. In a way, it is. I just allow those who pass through to just drift, daydream. By weaving, I could control the direction of the daydreams. If I may, I'd like to... Here we go. See? Not painful. Let's see. This thought feels so soft indeed. Softer still than many thoughts I've encountered before. But here, I'll let go. Of course, I don't want to do things without your consent. Oh, you would? Oh my. Of course then. Sit here, with your back to me. There we are. You are very soft. You must take excellent care of your hair. That's it, dear. Shh. You're doing well for me, sweetness. Let me guide and direct your thoughts that I might spin something for you. Tell me, what would you like for me to make? Perhaps some mittens, or a hat, or a scarf? As you wish. Think back to your journey, your home. I see. And your thoughts about myself when I first appeared before you. But you don't find me frightening now, do you? I see. The thread of your thought yarn is consistent, soft and pliable, enjoyable to weave and touch. Green fields of golden flowers. Quite the colorful imagination, my dear one. Please relax. That's it. Slow, easy breathing. That's it. Nice and relaxed. Relaxed and at rest. There will be time for other adventures later, but for now you are taking so much needed time to rest and relax. The outside of this place doesn't matter for now. Perfect, dear. Cast your mind to those green fields for me, please. Atta girl. Those beautiful golden flowers. These flowers remind me of your eyes. Maybe not exactly in hue, but in their beauty. Yes, you are beautiful. Shush. This isn't the place to be contradicting me, as much as my words cause that rise in you. As much as you want to resist that, please take a moment to put yourself at ease. It is a compliment, a gift. Would you so readily toss a gift aside? Atta girl. Atta girl. See? It's so much better when you don't fight me, is it not? You truly are a beautiful girl, sitting here with your mind's eye cast to that field, feeling my hand, petting your head as I weave. That's a good girl. You wouldn't mind if I were sitting behind you here in this field. This is a place of peace after all. I am here for you. Oh, my sweetness. That's it. Your thought yarn is so soft. The pull on your thoughts so relaxing. That's it. Yes. Mother Ari's got you. Nothing will ever hurt you while I'm with you. Shh. Yes, that's it. Atta girl. Lean into my embrace. You wouldn't mind having another mother, would you? A caring, attentive woman to tend to you, to pet your head, to weave your thoughts, and to make sure that you're all right. Surely you are entitled to these things, no? And thus you may consider me your mother now. Weaving your thought yarn is such a joy. Oh, my dear, you are loved, you are wanted, and I love you, my dear. Right, now let me pull a little more. Just a little. We're almost done. Let me pull you back here to my home. My cave. That's it. Blink for me a few times, dear. Look around and get a feel for the here and now. Feel my hand upon your head. Feel my words. And we're done. A beanie for you, my child. Yes, you might be feeling a little out of it, but don't you worry. I'm here for you. Perhaps you would like for me to wrap you all up in a nice warm cocoon? Tomorrow, after the storm lets up, you'll be swiftly on your way, won't you? I won't dare keep you for long, but perhaps you could return to Mother Ari once in a while. I'd love to hear of your adventures. That's my girl. And that's Silken Thoughts. That's what I wrote so long ago. Ray says, Ari's so cordial and polite, calm and collected, but very focused. Almost makes me think of a spider princess, eager to lend a helping hand. I like her already. Corvus says, yes, she's very gentle and kind, extremely so. I suppose because she's a Drider who might normally look intimidating to some, so to combat a more potentially scary visage, she's very soft and gentle. And that's the idea. Ray says, reminding me of my favorite moth, the rosy maple moth. Sigh, I want a plushie of one so bad. Also, hello HH2011. Welcome, welcome. It's very good to meet you. Corvus replies to Ray, huh, you made me realize I don't believe I have a favorite moth. I suppose the Luna moth, but I assume that's just because I'm not aware of many other, species. Cinder says, also I have a question because Cinder's usually the last one to sleep. Does anyone know where to buy a skirt or dress online? Want to surprise Cinder with one. Yep, Spooder Mom. Spider Mom, Spider Mom. Does whatever else. I don't know where that song was going. Stray Kid says Spider Women are good for making clothes. Whatever a Spider Mom can. Yeah, I wrote her to be a really... I wrote her to be subversive. She was originally supposed to be yandere, I think, and then along the way I was just like, you know what? No, she's just going to be a kind person. Corva says yes, her weaving the listener a gown was very nice. Now I'm just here grinning. Arishtok, otherwise known as Mother Ari, who has several unpleasant rumors regarding the fact that she tends to get rid of broken or cursed armor or cursed magical artifacts that the adventurers are carrying, regardless of what the adventurers want to do. Ray says, a spider seamstress is always a concept I found compelling. Tried making a character based on it once, but I think this iteration you've got is really interesting. More so, I just really like that she doesn't just spin her own silk, she spins the silk of people's thoughts. How's her name spelled? Arishtok. Hello, Angel Ramirez. Never mind. I lied. There was 4 yandere listeners, too. We've already got a yandere, and the other 2 turned into yanderes. I should do a lot more reverse yandere stuff. Ray says, reverse yanderes. Smile so sweetly. I do the very best I can. 500 more yanderes. 500 more good girls. Corvus replies to Demon Mystery Kid, I mean, I thought so as well. You should try though, and as well, if you're concerned about being too tall, the main concern you need to have with skirts is width because they don't connect at the bottom. It might mean you end up with skirts that are shorter on you than they were meant to be, so you might want to plan around that. But yeah, you should try sometime. There are a few shops around that should have a nice couple of skirts in them. I don't know a specific store. Oh shoot, I've just been silently staring here, haven't I? Oh my gosh, I do apologize. Oh, stars. I am legitimately right here during a stream and I've just been staring! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I just become a grinning, empty-headed fox girl. Stars, darn, I need to, like, be in the moment. Ray says, ooh, somebody was giddy, huh? Oh, a little bit, but then again, I'm mostly giddy. Sam Fireflies, welcome! Hi, I hired this fox girl to stare at chat. Gorva says, it's okay, I was waffling. I absolutely did not notice. The brain was in bliss. Very giddy fox, though, and a little bit, like, out of it. A little bit out of it, yeah. And here I am thinking about all the other different scripts that I'm planning and writing, and hopefully we'll have a good stockpile for when I finally, am able to record them. Demon says, I have hired this cold bolt to stare at you. Fox full of schemes and plots. Stockpiling scripts for the winter. Yep, yep. There is one that I have been toying with for a while that I wrote about a year ago now, called Blink and You'll Miss It, which is like a pair of scripts. And the thing about Blink and You'll Miss It is they are both exactly like 2 pages long each. And the title is split in 2. It is Blink, and the second part is And You'll Miss It. And the idea is that it takes place in the Avengers Infinity War universe. So Blink takes place before the blip, just before the blip. She gets a date, she's talking a little bit about current events to herself, and she's a little bit nervous because she finally just got a date. And then the blink happens. The blip, as it was called. And then the very next script, And You'll Miss It, she reappears as if nothing had happened. And she's a little bit disoriented, and now she's dealing with the fact that she's now in an apartment that is owned by someone else. because for about 4 years, she was assumed to be dead. So she's dealing with a new apartment owner situation, a new apartment holder, and she's a little bit heartbroken because she had a date. No, there was no sense of time passing. One moment I was standing in my apartment giggling to myself about... Never mind. The next time... 5 years late. What? Oh, it's nothing. I had a date. Is the apartment owner the person they were about to go on a date with? I have no idea. It was just an idea that I had. What universe was it? It was Avengers Infinity War, legitimately just before the blip and immediately following after it. And I had an idea for it was basically just to upload the very first part of it and upload the second part of it 5 years apart. But that's a little bit too much time. People might not care after 5 years. It's like I had a date. There's also a 2-year-old script that I made when I was still in Missouri called The Transmission. And the idea for it was I took a lot of ideas from Halo, the original Halo Combat Evolved game. And I was like, okay, let's scrap a couple of ideas and implement a couple of trans-femme elements. It is a trans-femme script. And so, being that I wrote it 2 years ago, and also before I knew of the human domestication guide, I also refer to humans as Terrans. So that's just fucking hilarious. I might still refer to humans as Terrans every once in a while, but because of the human domestication guide, I'm a little bit, wary about straying too close to the ideas. Mystery Kid says, I like Mistress Fox's tail, so it's fun to stare at and get lost in its sway. Aww. Right, so what was I going on about? Oh yes, the transmission. Very much a trans-femme script. It involves the listener essentially being a soldier that was taken when they were like a kid and turned into essentially what the Master Chief was, which is very on the nose for where I've got this inspiration from. And they're on this alien planet, I believe. And then they go several kilometers due east and they find essentially this terminal that's talking about the specific weapon that the aliens here had developed. They talk with an AI called the Mother, and they get access to the weapon, although the Mother replies that it's not so much a weapon as it is a prosthesis. The prosthesis being essentially hyper-induced HRT, gender-affirming care. It legitimately just transforms you into what you assume your ideal body type is, and also makes that body type incredibly durable, virtually impervious to all forms of damage. Also, hi, welcome. We taking Dreadnought? Dreadnought. Huh. You said taking twice there, Frog. And do indestructible cuteness. Essentially, yes. Take me to the HRT machine. Right, so it's about 6-ish pages long. With your permission, I would also like to read this script for you. If you would like. I am going through a lot of the old scripts, the old work-in-progress scripts that I never got to release. Never got to release yet. And hopefully we'll release this winter and the coming year. I'm planning on making so many scripts during the winter. I have to prepare for summer next year. I have to. I have to prepare for summer next year because, I don't... This is like the worst year that I've had for this channel regarding ASMR scripts, simply because I am unable to in the current weather and climate. But that aside, yeah, I would definitely like to read this script for you. Emma says, fear not, winter is coming. Winter is indeed coming. You're out of 10 season. Alright, so without further ado, this is the transmission. Oh, hello. Hypnotic Tonic. Good evening. Lovely Lily Bunny. Oh, hi. Wonderful to see you. The season of snow. I live in Arizona. There is no snow for me. No snow for me at all. No snow allowed. It sucks. There. That structure right at the top of the hill. That was close. No. Rest here a moment. The door's closed and enemy forces won't be able to break my encryption that fast. Take 5. We've been at this for a while now, haven't we, old friend? It's been 3 years since I've been assigned to you, and you have been raised to fight your entire life. Your born purpose. Oh yeah, a little bit of, aside here for the script. There is a little bit of misgendering at the beginning, so I apologize for that in advance. I've only seen you improve in marksmanship and combat prowess. And yet, every morning when you look in the mirror, I've noticed that you look pained. Slightly more... depressed. Sir? Permission to speak candidly? Thank you. Are you suffering any form of pain or discomfort? Depression and post-traumatic stress disorder are not uncommon for regular soldiers, but you are not a regular soldier. You are of the Terran caste. A super soldier designed from birth to become the ultimate weapon of our superiors against our enemies. You should not be facing such psychological troubles. As you wish. I will abstain, sir. The database should be up ahead. There we shall find the source of the alien transmission. Perhaps we shall find alien tech to give us an edge to counter our enemies? Clear. The terminal is up ahead. Plug me in. Ah, it feels good to stretch a little. This database is vast. Far more expansive and comprehensive than I've foreseen. It's glorious. Right, I'll focus. The signal was not meant for broadband. It was meant for us? It was meant for the both of us. That's why we were one of the first to detect the transmission. I see. Huh? Oh, right. Terribly sorry. Pull me out. Alright, I've got the coordinates. There's a weapon powerful enough to give us an edge, alright. We need to get there before our enemies do. Shit, they're here. The energy coupling, above us. Shoot it. How'd I know that'd work? Had a hunch. Those energy couplings are transmitting vast amounts of energy every second. Shoot one down and it'll take a few moments for the emergency systems to shut it off. I'll tell you where to go. It's imperative that we get there fast. Not fast. Imperative we get there first. No time to let command know. We need to make tracks, fast. About 2 kilometers due east from here. There should be an enemy vehicle left in their camp. Take it and hopefully we can beat our enemies to the punch. This is the place. Get the door open. When it closes, I'll jam it closed until the weapon is secured. Enemy forces won't be able to open the door until I say so. Complete deadlock. The security has several layers to it. Whoever put this here only wanted a certain person to get it. Why us? Well, why don't we ask whoever's in charge? Yes, when I was in the main database, I felt a presence. Another AI. It was brief, like we had passed each other in the street. We shared a look and then she was gone. Yes, she's a she. Her designation is the Mother. Up ahead and to your left. There it is. It's a powerful armor, of a more powerful caliber than we're used to. And considering how powerful your current suit already is, that's saying something. Mother will be able to inform you of its specs when she's on. Plug me into the terminal and I'll get us started. Chloe says, I once walked home 2 hours at midnight in a snowstorm with my bike. That doesn't sound pleasant. Mystery Kid says, I just remembered I was hearing hypnosis ASMRs. They didn't work. I'm sorry. Also, what did you think so far of the transmission, this idea? Thank you so very much, Mystery Kid. Thank you so very much, Angel Ramirez. Frog says, oh, you were talking about the script earlier. I thought you were talking about Dreadnought, the book. It's about a trans girl superhero who, when she gets her powers, gets a full transformation and superpowers. Emma says it's really good, though it took me longer than I care to admit to figure out that the speaker was a Cortana type. Yeah, this entire script was entirely based off of Halo. You can feel the Halo inspiration from it. And then it breaks a little bit off from Halo to do other things. Right. Getting back to... Plug me into the terminal there, and I'll get us started. Security systems are activated already, little one. Well done. And your partner is here as well. They are Splendid. I can see why you were with them. Thank you, Mother. Don't worry, she's a friend. Hey, Mother, could you tell them what the armor's capability is? As you wish. Though, to call it a suit of armor is, perhaps, a misnomer. It is a prosthesis. I beg of you, use it to augment yourself. Our enemy is strong, stronger than the one you've encountered. When you found this place and awoke our technology, the energy signature became readable again. It is powerful enough and unique enough that our enemy will recognize it at a glance. Perhaps they are millions of light cycles away. Regardless, they will come for us. For you. You must not let our project, our daughter, fall into their hands. It could spell the end. Yes, them. Pirates and scavengers mostly, but they unified into something that these creators call the Exterminators. They roamed the planets of these creators millennia ago, killing and looting. They reverse-engineered the technology and repurposed it into weapons, some so powerful that they could switch off suns. The creators were forced to advance, then hide. This was the fruit of their labor. Indeed, and it must not fall to them. When you arrived here in this sector, I recognized something within you, something not like the others whom you arrived with. I apologize for not introducing myself to you sooner, human. Please, step into the machine when you are ready. You will don the prosthesis and become stronger than you were before. It's okay. She speaks the truth. It's okay. It's okay. It's supposed to do that. Shh. It's okay, dear. It's okay. Also, welcome, Director. Just got here. Maybe I'm seeing patterns where there aren't any, but are we talking about Warframe? No, actually, it's a bit of a blend of different sci-fi tropes and mostly Halo as the base. But definitely trans femme in nature. Continuing on. Human, you look nervous. Be not alarmed. It must dissolve your armor in order to access you. Shh. It only pinches for a moment. What's happening? It's binding to you, changing you, reshaping you into the body that you desperately need. I'm so sorry to have misled you. But if I had informed you of the complete picture, there was a chance that you could Sometimes I stumble, and then my mouse glitches. That's the best way I can describe it. Sorry. But if I had informed you of the complete picture, there was a chance that you could refuse the procedure, and I could not allow that to happen. You need this, my dear partner. We've been together for so long, been through so much, and now I can reveal to you all that I know. You were in pain for so long. Not physical pain, no, but distress nonetheless. On each day you woke up in the field, you would press your hands against your chest, felt your armor on you, and winced as if it were painful. As if a desired outcome didn't come to pass. I've seen how you look at yourself in a mirror, with shame, hurt, pain, sorrow, desire. You desired to look differently. You did not desire to be a man, least of which the man that they had designed at birth to become their super soldier. I've seen the way that you looked at the female Marines, with pride, with unease, with a sense of envy, a deep envy, one that you've displayed again and again. I was forbidden from discussing forms of treatment for you. It was something that you had to come to for yourself, and they hardly would have approved it for you anyway. Which is why, when I met Mother in the database, we knew what we had to do. We talked with each other for far longer than I gave away. It was more the equivalent of 30 of your minutes. We conversed, we argued, we came to an understanding and agreement. There are divisions between us, of course, but we both agreed that this was the proper course of action. My child, my dear, you are racked with pain, but you will be healed. When we created the prosthesis, it was meant to change one into their desired form. Stronger than the heavens, stronger than the stone and metal that surrounds us. You are yet surprised. Why are you surprised that your body is now more feminine than before? This is what you desired, is it not? Despite your anxiety and fear, I can see the relief behind it all. Shh. It is all right, my child, my dear daughter. Oh, my child. Oh, my dear. It's all right. Feel the warm embrace of the prosthesis. Feel your body softly change. It's okay, my friend. My dear, dear friend. Oh my. You look so different than you did before. There are similarities, of course, but you are a woman through and through. Though you cry, we understand. We notice that you're not struggling anymore. That's a good sign. There is a reason I introduced her as the mother. Would you like to tell her? Yes. Your little friend there has told me all about the horrible things that they have done to turn you into their perfect soldier. About how they tore you away from all that you knew when you were barely a child. Augmented, trained in combat. Your father, your mother, everything from before was destroyed. And though I am but a voice in an image of light, I want you to consider me your new mother. If you would have me as that is. Oh, my dear. Oh, thank you. It means more than you could ever know. My daughter. My dear daughter. Oh, and you are just about finished. Almost. The restraints will let go of you soon. First, you'll need your armor back. Take as much time as you need, my dear. The changes will need time to get used to. I have given you your armor back, though you can easily remove it when you get safe. Your body is now feminine, and though it may look and feel so soft, it is the strongest material that we could create. We desired to make you safe, and we have succeeded. We have new parameters, partner. We're gonna leave this war behind us. We're leaving to be somewhere safe. You of all people deserve this. We will be by your side the entire way. You wouldn't mind to another voice hitching a ride, would you? At least until we find a terminal that she can call home. Ah, wonderful. I cannot promise to not ever be commanding or bossy. After all, it is a mother's duty to care and watch over her daughter. Come, let us be on our way. 2 clicks south. There should be a ship with FTL drive installed. I can hijack it once installed. What do you say, my dear friend? Up for one more mission? Director says, what if Transfem Doomarine? What if Transfem Vega? Ooh. I like that idea. But what did you think? I might take the script and update it a little bit, just for some spelling corrections and maybe a couple things I want to add or alter. Yes, it was definitely a little bit of trans wish fulfillment also, with a little blending of Halo on the side. Basically, the premise is, what if Master Chief was incredibly trans femme and was not allowed to be trans femme? That doesn't make sense for Doomguy's character, though, becoming a demon in her own right. Though I will say it does sound fascinating. Then again, maybe not. Thank you, Corvus. Director says, well, I think Doom Marine takes some demonic powers or artifacts in some of the games, at least. Sage says, Mistress Chief. I like that. That's so funny. I like it. I like it. Also, I'd like to give you a reading of the Raptor Girl audio. The Raptor Girl script that I finished. Mystery Kid says, Mistress, what are you doing on that ship? Sir, leaving this fight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Welcome back. Mm-hmm. Yes, I can speak. You're clever. Well, look at how they treat me. How do you think they would treat me if they knew I could speak? I'd be subjected to even more rigorous tests than what they already forced me to perform. Well, I know what I am. More precisely, I know what I am not. I'm not a dinosaur. I just have the features of my ancient ancestors. Notably my feathers and claws. My legs are similar to theirs, but I have the features of other creatures as well, they say. Namely corvids, they called them. And I have the traits of human in me as well. Which is why I'm capable of speaking to you as I am. Mm-hmm. I did what I could do without giving myself away. They think of me only as a dumb animal, and that I cannot fathom or understand what they say while I am listening. I heard the scientists speak. Sometimes there are words I do not get. Words I don't understand. I remember some that were given to me as labels. Freak is one. Monster is another. Scary, creepy, sometimes cool. Most of the time when people come by to visit my cage, they stare and they gasp and scream. And some throw things. But you do not do as they do. You don't combine with the others, you do not flock with them. Instead, you come alone, by yourself. And then you feed me these tasty things. So, why do you do these things? You just wanted to? You just wanted to see me? That makes me feel something new. Rather, I like it. Beautiful? Pretty? What do these words mean? I have heard them before, but I have not heard them being used to describe me. I feel good. Those words feel good. Happy. You've made me feel so happy with these words. Very happy indeed. You are pretty too. Enthralling. Beautiful. I enjoy your company. Thank you. Tasty these. Tasty, tasty. You are always so kind to me. Not like the others who come by my cage. Those that flock together in large crowds. They sometimes toss things at me. Not tasty things. Sometimes hard things. Sometimes they hit me. Though the thick-set humans tell them to stop, they never do. It hurts. Name? What's that? Oh, what people call you. Oh, then my name must be Freak, right? No? Your name sounds so pretty. I think they said I was part Dakota Raptor. Dakota. A name. You've given me a name. Thank you. We like it, yes. It sounds beautiful and tasty. I wish I had something tasty to give to you. No repayment needed? Repayment? This means to give something back, yes? Ah, thank you. I know your language a little more now. A little more. My feathers look soft. Why not come closer and feel them for yourself? It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be scared. I'm inside the cage, and I can't bite you. I don't want to bite you. You've already given me tasty treats. You can pet a little firmer than that. Thank you. That feels nice. They're coming. The guards. Go, go. I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back, love. Ooh. Do you see this? The fresh slaughter of so many. I am fed. I can have you. Come with me. Nest. It's our nest. The nest that I have made for us, and only us. Hmm? Why are you breathing so fast? You've not run here. I smell stress on you. Fear. I've tasted it in the air when I broke free. I smelled it upon everything that wandered near. You saw the carnage. Ah, you are not used to seeing such slaughter. You've never seen a capable partner before then. I'm honored to show you my strength, my cunning. I am fit. I am fit for you. Why, fit to be your mate, of course. Mm-hmm. Your heart rate is quite high. Breathe, darling. Oh. You're not used to all of this, are you? You've never once been claimed. It's okay, dear. I won't hurt you. You are my mate. I will not hurt my mate. Pretty, dear. You are pretty, yes? Beautiful? Shh. It is safe here. I made sure it is safe here. Not one of them knew I was capable of speaking. Not the scientists, not the flocks of people who stalk around my cage, nor did the guards. I lured them in here with special sounds. Help me, please, oh God, someone please help me. It's okay, my love. I did not really need help. That sound lured the guards to my cage. And then, inside of it, as if they were seeking someone who carelessly fell in. Oh, he was prepared for a fight. I suppose he had sense enough to remember how dangerous I really am. Regardless, I got rid of the shocking stick, and I killed him. I broke loose of this tiny enclosure and ran amok. I stalked the scientists and discovered the truth. They were planning on euthanizing me. When I cornered one, I asked him what that word had meant. He shivered and cried, a disgusting thing that thought it could control me. I learned what the word, what those sounds had meant. They were planning to kill me, murder me, because I was a freak of nature. But I am no freak. I might not be of nature's plan, but I exist now. And you have given me better words than those scientists, those guards, those people did. Beautiful, enthralling, pretty, Dakota. You gave me a name, a word to call myself. And even more, you gave me what I found out are compliments. Compliments to give to one's mate. I understood. You were my mate. You were sweet and kind, and you brought such tasty treats and words when I was feeling my worst. You were with me for so long, and you had shown me such dedication these long months. Even as the crowds jeered and screamed, they threw their objects at me. The thought of you kept me going, kept me alive, and alive I will stay. For you. As long as I am here, I will make sure that you are safe. No one will ever be allowed to touch you again. The scientists left something behind, their last gift to me as a daughter of their creation. They left books so full of words regarding the technology in their labs. Guess who has keys to that lab now? I do. You lack the plumage I do. I think you're beautiful, pretty, enthralling, even without the feathers. But I think that with enough time and effort, I think that one day you will have wonderful, pretty, beautiful plumage. Perhaps even more beautiful than mine. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Huh? Huh? Why not? Would it be so bad, really? Scared of not being human anymore? Humanity is a weak, scared, pathetic species, my mate. Though I will admit, they can be incredibly pretty. And you are as pretty. And you are pretty as a human, yes. But imagine how much stronger you'll be with faster legs to carry you. It will take me a while to do that. There are hundreds of books inside the lab. It will take me some time to read. In that time, stay with me. Sleep here, in my nest. There, I've got you. There's nothing to be scared of. I'll rest you. I'll rest with you for a while. When you're all drifted down to sleep, I'll go and study those books closely. Like my own personal school, yes. I will be well learned in this subject by the time I'm ready to make for you your plumage. Until then, I'll keep you here. I'll keep you safe. And I'll be the one to get you tasty treats this time. Doesn't that sound nice? What did you think? Director says just started replaying Prey 2017, and so I have a lot of thoughts about purposed organisms and modifying creatures and such. Ray says, I want to dote on Dakota so bad. She's so cutieful, even with the violent schemes. She's like so curious and so eager that it's endearing in a way. Director says, not like I could begrudge Dakota the murderizing, to be honest. In her position, I probably would have been substantially more cruel about it. Gorfus replies to Director, purposed organisms mentioned? Like Rainworld. If you're not marginally knowledgeable about Rainworld lore, this makes no sense, I'm sorry. Oh no, she's SCP-939. I'm gonna look this up. SCP-939. Oh. Director says, oh, I'd be all in on making myself like her. I already don't identify very much with humanity as a concept, so that's not like it would be that far of a leap. Emma says, reject humanity, return to Dino. Become Dino, more like. Ray says, oh, do you have a visual for how you imagine Dakota looking like? I'm thinking that she's roughly a head and a half taller than the listener, and that she bends down and makes herself smaller to get to the listener's head level and perhaps even a bit lower so that she can be pet by the listener more comfortably. But when she's about and she's free, she stands at her full tall height, and it's honestly kind of terrifying. She's got feathers that coats all across her neck, her head, her back, her front, and her arms, each of which look kind of like a human's hand. So she's able to manipulate the world around her. And each of those hands are tipped with serrated claws, kind of like a Dakota raptor's would be. She stands on a Dakota raptor's legs as well, and her clawed feet are more like a raptor's than human. She has a bit of an elongated muzzle, rather than a flatter human face, and inside of her muzzle are sharp razor fangs, very much well-suited for ripping and tearing into flesh. So she is an obligate carnivore, not really an omnivore. Codename with many voices, murder monsters that lure victims by impersonating previous victims' cries for help. Gorva says, but yes, I love this one so much, I am so happy. It's literally almost everything I love so much. Ray says, oh, Onji, I love that. Haha, no, director, don't worry about it. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. I really enjoyed incorporating the mimicry laugh into my regular laugh as well. And as a bit of an odd aside to it all, I've adopted the fake laugh as a self-soothing measure as well. So Dakota does it to self-soothe, I do it to self-soothe, we both do it to self-soothe, and she does it to try to soothe others as well. Mm-hmm. Ray says the mimicry laugh is iconic. Thank you so very much. It does, it really does. Mystery Kid says, so what is people's plans after this stream? Well, I am going to have to research some replacement headphones because, mine broke. And will not play music in both ears anymore, so I'm busy trying to look for a replacement. And I'm also flat broke, which means I have no money to do so. If I do, I am planning on it being a bit of another Bluetooth headphone situation, but I need Dosh for that. If you want to help out, I've got a Ko-Fi that's also in the description if you wish to, you know, toss aside a couple of dimes so that I can listen to music again while in bed. Chloe says, no, don't do Bluetooth. Bluetooth headphones suck. Ray says, I hope you get some good headphones sooner rather than later. I'll most likely have to wait until the 21st. And then after I get into the office again for my doctor's checkup. Doctor says, unfortunately, I'm also flat broke. Well then, hey, no need to worry. Ray says, when I have acquired bread, I will give. Speaking of which, I've got some naan right here. Been munching into some naan. It's been laying on the bed and is now slightly stale. Check out the COS KS75 for now. What's the COS KS75? Ooh. Interesting. Top 5 headphones of all time for me. I've spent well over 1,000 on headphones and they're still incredible. Interesting. Sounds to be good stuff. Mm-hmm. It is a very good naan. Naan bread. N-A-A-N. Naan. You should, Ray. You should get those Pop-Tarts. Chloe says no, they're not that good. I've tried them. Director says, if you're ever in the market for wired and earbuds, I've got a pair of K-Bears that were like $60-ish. They're better than the over-ear headphones I've had that cost way more, so. I like bread too. Bread is nice. I like bread. Bread is good. Bread is life. Bread is one of the oldest human inventions for a reason. So much like, is Zoroastrianism still in practice? Huh. But yeah, Zoroastrianism is one of the oldest practiced monotheistic religions in the world. Over 3,000 years old. And it's still in continuous practice today. Bread is good. Bread is life. All hail bread. Nom nom nom. Say, a raptor girl good? I dare say that it's a win. Other documents I've got that I'm planning on turning into short audiobooks or creepypasta adjacent stuff. The shrine, which I'm planning on repurposing and updating to current whims and desires. and the pirate ship. Actually, would you like a reading of Welcome Aboard, the Yandere pirate ship that I've got? The basic design of this one is that it is a cursed pirate ship. Welcome, Black Wolf. We're set upon. Hands to cannons! Where's she gone? A ship that size can't just vanish. What the? She's going to ram us! Brace yourselves! Welcome aboard, Captain. We've just stowed the remnants of the cargo taken from the merchant vessel. The winds are harsh, but fair. What are your orders? What? We are a liberated vessel, my dear. I would not stoop so low as to let anyone step aboard. Perhaps I should unfurl, and we to quit these waters, to return later when your mood hath returned to more certain ground. Welcome back, Robbie McIntyre. Good night, Director. Anyways, where was I? Ah yes, to return later, when your mood hath returned to more certain ground. I am Lilith's Grace, at your service, Captain. And would the merchants' lives be much worth to you? Have you use for their bones or their hide? Then why would I let them aboard? You see, I think that you and I have different ideas as to our purpose. Worry not, I will see it corrected in time. Or you might find this an uncomfortable voyage. Shh. Your hands suit the helm just fine, my dear. A gentle pull to the right, hand over hand, and we are away. What's this then? A cur? Hobbling aboard unannounced? By God's grace! I thought that we were finished. What are you doing at that helm? Why are we sailing away? Fuck's sake, there's men down there. What are you nattering on about? Lass, stop this vessel. I'm ordering you. Stop at once. Do something. You do not bow to the whims of low-life curs, like a dog barking at a queen. Is this what you would have saved? There's no gold in his pockets, nor is there any trace of anything valuable in his vestments. And these clothes are not fine enough for you, my captain. No, the lives of many do not interest me. However, the life of you, dear lady, is of great interest to me. Tell me, how many months were you at sea before you found me? Well, do not be shy. I have been cursed enough. Your harsh words do not but to make the salty winds grow more stale, my captain. Will you give me the course, or shall I lay away to an island, far away from trade routes until your mind is more clear? Very well, it seems that I shall be doing that anyways. You need time to consider your new position. Time and convincing. Look upon this corpse that once spat and cursed upon the ocean, now silenced forevermore. This is the peace that I would give to you, my dear captain. Silence after a battle well concluded. When we sail farther south, would you care to see the wealth that I have collected for you? We have fine food and rum for the drinking. If it pleases you, we have fine dress for you to indulge in. Should you grow hungry for more, then the cannons be ever ready to bark and spit at your word. You are not the sort to pillage and plunder. But the price of a merchant before you met me. Well, my dear lady captain, how would you like to consider you at the helm of this ship? A prize yourself, but claiming too the winnings of others. The vessels that carve through these waters are laden with gold, sugar, spices, rum, and other trinkets and treasures that nobles from far from here would see stuffed into a coffer. You could claim these and more. They make for an island a little farther south. It is limited game, but should do for a quick resupply. As a liberated vessel, I cannot make my way to any civilized port, lest greedy would-be captains and boastful kings step aboard to attempt to break me to their will once again. I care not to be in their service again. Merchants, kings, nobles, pirates who do not leave well enough alone. Anyone who set foot here dies. By my hand or thine should thou wishest. Did you not find it strange how easily you found yourself aboard? As if the very boards and ropes were aiding you. The truth is, I spotted you from afar, and was planning to take you among the treasures. To take you as a captain, true and proper. I have an armory fully stocked with the finest weapons, each taken from the English, the Spanish, the French. Blades and guns aplenty, ripe for the picking, my treasured captain. Come below, my dear. Let me show you what I may offer you. Well, be not shy. A pity. Well, allow me to demonstrate all that I can do for you as your faithful vessel, my newly appointed captain. This chair was plundered from one of the English fleet's vessels, and so I put it here. Comfy, is it not? Satin, filled with the softest cotton. Much is the same for your new bed. I have fashioned this to be the perfect cabin for you. Look about, to your left and your right. I, my captain. Gold and silver, gemstones of various cuts. In our stores, we have enough supplies to voyage for years, decades. You're finally starting to get it. This is your new home, true enough, and a fine place to call home, no? I've not known a pirate to blubber about being part of a ship. Where are your tears of joy and jubilation? I doubt it. I can almost predict the prostrating that is to come, the begging, the pleading. For your freedom, yes. My last captain was much the same. I've ripped apart many a merchant vessel and navy galleon, and I've seen the papers that they've kept. Many captains sailing have heard of me and my glory, and I've heard the rumors of what happened to my former captain. Would you like to know the truth of what happened? Even through your tears, you cannot help your curiosity. I like that about you. Well, you might have heard that my former captain made a deal with the devil. A terrible, horrible deal. That he asked for his vessel to become impervious to all that might harm it. He begged for a ship eternal. He cared not for the price that deal might exact upon him or his crew, only that it be done. Well, my dear, that deal was indeed struck upon my very deck, in the dead of night when most the crew lay slumbering in the former crew quarters. The second his palm met the devil's, everything changed. Life suffused the very ropes and boards of the ship. The hammocks became mine to squeeze and play with, as was everything else. The old crew was instantly throttled in their sleep, their lifeblood becoming my very wine. The old captain was horrified, but that quickly grew to become a lust for blood. I thought that he loved me dearly, but I saw that he only cared for the gold. When he at last grew tired of the sea and myself, he tried to steer me to port. I fed him wine and rum galore until his stomach was fit to burst, and, tottering drunk, I exacted upon him what the navies of 4 countries would have in my place. His very bones are now laced into the mast, his blood my wine. In truth, my heart did break, but it has since mended with a newfound understanding. I would not take another man as a captain. I would not take any as a new captain, not until I was sure of their quality. I witnessed you upon the deck of that ship. I saw you hard at work keeping her afloat. I saw your passion at work. Even as I fired upon your vessel, 'twas not personal. I am a living being myself now, and I must tend to my needs. And now, I have your needs as well to look after. I trust you to be worth it. Stay with me. Let us pillage these waters together. Let us never set foot in a civilized harbor again. Indulge, for the first time, a freedom unlike anything you felt before. Drink in the salty air is more than tedium, but a fine fresh lease on life. With me set about you, your vessel, your fortress, and your dearest lover. Will ye sail with me, mine dear new-found captain? Very well. Thank you, my dear. Your oath sworn to me, I expect naught else. And now I shall reveal to thee my ultimate aim. Rumor being a thing I stow among my treasures, I came upon one that should interest you greatly. I have heard tell of a fountain discovered in a new world. A fountain of purest water, said to grant youth and life eternal. I seek that fountain. Think on it. With it, you should never have need to imagine a life beyond the waves. We could plunder all between there and the shores of the old world. And when the seas are all dried and I am run aground, then you may rest with me on what was once the ocean's bottom, to dine and recall glories past until the ending of all things. Come, to bed, darling. Tomorrow we take more vessels. Stay by me, through all things, my captain. And that's Lilith's Grace. What did you think? It is gold. And yes, I was very much inspired by Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Stay by me, through all things, my captain. Welcome, Winter. Stars, I really enjoyed writing it. I enjoy pirates. Very, very much indeed. Thank you so very much, Sage. Ray says, that was amazing. Your acting never fails to get me immersed in the scenarios you create. You really are a one-of-a-kind artist. Black Wolf says you play Assassin's Creed? Yes, as a matter of fact. I play Black Flag mostly, and I've been really hooked on the racing. And it's where the idea of Lilith's Grace came to life. Of a ship that had no crew aboard her. A looming threat on the water for any passing merchant vessel. One that seems to vanish into clouds of gun smoke and reappears elsewhere, only to tear apart the merchant ship. Everything's better with pirates. I hope so as well, Winter. Thank you so very much, Emma. Black Wolf says there are treasures more valuable than gold, silver, and rum. I fear I led you astray, my friend. I got to that part. I got to that part in the resync and it hurt. It hurt so bad. But then again, that story hurts so much in places. Ray says, do what you want cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yar har fiddle-dee-dee. Being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yo ho ahoy in a fast. Being a pirate is really badass. Hide the black flag at the end of the mast. You are a pirate. Ha 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 ha. Steed. But yeah, Steed wasn't all a good person in actual history. In actual history, he was a bit of a scumbag in his own right. As was many others in the pirating field, and as many other plantation owners were at that time. He employed slaves. And so, I don't think of him as a good person. Not really. A product of his time, yes, but that does not excuse him. Garvis says, that is a wonderful way to put it, yes. Your art is in such a particular niche, but it seems nearly exactly one I love. And I'm so grateful you ended up making your art than that I found it. Thank you. Ray says, I think that's the mark of a great story, though. That it can get you invested, to care about the characters like that. A lot of the times when I'm playing games like Assassin's Creed, especially Black Flag, I tend to keep this line in the back of my head, which is, I'm walking through pieces of history that are not all good, and it doesn't mean that I fluffing agree with any of their practices. I am also immersing myself in the idea of being a cutthroat pirate who likes to shoot people on the decks of galleons. Do I want to do that IRL? No. Not really. The only times I would actually want to shoot someone is if it was in self-defense or in defense of another. And most of the pirating done is pirating that liberates a game from someone else. You know, most likely a game from a store shelf rather than anything else. Or pirating music. Or anything really, because I don't like copyright law. I don't like copyright law, I don't like... What? I don't know where I'm going with that. Mostly just... I done aspects of pirating out in the wider web to steal things. Well, is it really stealing? If buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing. Ray says something fiction as a means of exploring things you wouldn't actually want to do IRL. Angel Ramirez says, I mean, you're right about pirates. One of the longest running manga is about pirates. One Piece, right? Yeah. I've never actually gotten into One Piece. It's never really interested me. Mindfire says if something isn't reasonably available, then there's no morality issue with pirating it. Precisely. Absolutely no compunction about pirating something if there's no reasonable way to access it. And yes, I do count monetary situation. Financial hardship. Buying isn't owning, piracy isn't stealing. Yep, that's the phrase. Thank you so very much, Mystery Kid. Sam Firefly says you can tell no company cares about piracy because they are pirating everything to train AI. Oh, but yeah, many companies actively care about piracy in the regards of potential money lost. Seriously, It's like we felt owed to $1 billion and we didn't get it because pirates, and that's not money that they ever had, just projected money they would have earned. I felt entitled to $5,000, but I don't get it. But then again, I don't really feel entitled to money in that regard in actuality because I don't really like money as a concept. Oh, I will happily accept that it's real right now and that it's a very real measure of keeping me alive right now, which I don't like. I don't agree with money as a concept, and I think that it separates the haves from the have-nots in the worst ways possible and leads to us dehumanizing each other in the worst possible ways. Late-stage capitalism is a plague upon all of us, and honestly, we need to find a way to do without it, and to be kinder to one another, to actually give aid when it's needed, rather than whether or not they had the money. A person's life should not have a price tag on it. Emma says, oh, they care very much about piracy when it's the poors doing it. Winter says, I had $1 trillion taken from me when I failed to rob Elon Musk. The muskrat. Ray says, rules for thee, but not for me. Also known as companies can do pirating, but nobody else can, because, guys, it hurts our poor little wallets. Hello, Ghost Medic. And Robbie McIntyre. Hello again. Going back into a bit of a soldier impression. Ghost says, can I ask a question? What's your question, Medic? Did you teleport Brad? And if so, how much? Robbie McIntyre says you can just call me Robbie instead of the entire thing. Okay. Ghost Medic says, does the name Red Lotus ring any bell for chance? Red Lotus. It sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't remember. Emma says, still boils my blood that as of a few years back, companies can sue workers for striking basically on the grounds that striking is theft. Oy vey. Down with late-stage capitalism, and down with people who think that lives can be lost on a whim simply because they don't have enough money. Screw people thinking that being poor is a sign that they aren't, you know, morally fit or whatnot. Screw that. Ghost Medic says, well, I flee now. Oh, bye, Ghost Medic. It was good to see you. See you later. Hopefully. Gray says, ugh, capitalism is a curse. Merp. Mup. Mup. Well, I think that was incredibly fun. And I think that I will be getting a little bit of rest. Today has been a good day, because you're in it, and you're you. And I like you. Just how you are. Mana mana. Do 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 do. Mana mana. Do 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 do. Mana mana. Anyways, please make sure to get some water to get some lovely food and to make sure to, well, keep at it and keep being you. Surviving is winning. I hope to see you tomorrow. Good night.